Okay, all right, good evening, guys. Um, Good evening, guys. So it's been a while, and I expect okay, guys. It's gonna be a quick, snappy one, but I just I'm out of light, so I know how possible you can. I just need your listening ears, and that will do us much more good. We've talked previously about series, a lot of topics, a lot of department, a lot of strategic positioning when it comes to social media management. And the best I can tell you guys is being intentional about what you're doing would serve you best and serve you right. Meaning that even at the pace or the level I dish out informations to you guys, there is nothing worth it to the extent of you fetching more for yourself, like getting more to know, making more research, studies, and having the enthusiasm to learn more and to be practical about what you are doing, because then the job is a practical job, not a theoretical job, meaning it's something practical, it's something you have to be oriented about, and you have to see the result of whatever you are doing, moving whatever account, whatever portfolio from point A to point B. That's how practical it is, and it has to move. You have to see the margin, you have to see the sequential, or would I say the ripple effect that is attached to every process, every strategy, every decisions you are trying to make or you are trying to achieve on. Okay, without wasting much of our time, today's topic would basically be on types of digital marketing, and these are the things we'll be fostering more tonight. Type of digital marketing. And when we talk about type of digital marketing, as I mentioned before, digital marketing is not limited exclusively to social networks. So we bring you a general list of possible strategies, meaning varieties of strategies that you can implement while trying to achieve a particular goal, a particular system, or a sequence. Yes. So the first we'll be talking about is called email marketing. Email marketing, and this is one of the most very vital and consistent system of marketing on the social media network. Now, email marketing consists of carrying out communication campaigns through email using databases This can be newsletters, discounts, invitations to events, etc. It requires visual, written, financial, and long time design planning. That's the basic concept about email marketing. It's more or less like a cold call when you begin to invite people, you send out mails, you send out invites. So it's more or less like you, all because um, probably your product or whatever you're advocating serves wider range of people. So you begin to be spontaneous in your campaign. By making use of email campaign, there are always results, but then it depends on what particular product or service you're working on, you're talking about, and also the emails you are dealing with. Who are the owners of this email, and how does it go about? How does it work? So now the second one we'll be talking about is SEO, search engine optimization, seeks to increase the visibility of a website by positioning it at the top of search engines based on certain internal technical adjustment of each site. Please listen and listen carefully. The top of search engine based on certain internal technical adjustment of each site. Online and offline, it involves keyword writing, site programming alignment, tags, headline, and so on. You can use technical SEO, written SEO, mobile SEO, or SEO for image and multimedia, meaning SEO stands for search engine optimization. That's the way it practically works. So in most cases, you're talking about Google, you're talking about the search engine sites. We have various lot of them. But then if you set it properly the way it's meant to be, you would achieve and get the results you or we are looking at, we're working towards. And the next one says SEM, search engine marketing. Unlike SEO, refers to the same keyword written techniques but in paid ads. So now what are we trying to say here is that for search engine optimization, this is something you can set by yourself automatically, or would I say you can set them by yourself manually, yeah, by putting the right things in place, by knowing where to go, how to handle them and all of that. But then when it comes to SEM, search engine marketing, and this is more or less like you paying for an ad. This is more like you running an ad for that particular site, page, or thereabouts. The next one we'll be talking about is copywriting. A copyright is a creative and persuasive text whose objective is to get the user to perform a specific action. Click, leave your email, buy a product, download a PDF, share content. Now that's what basically copyright is about. Now it says copywriting is applied in all the written processes of a project: product description, catalogs, press release, event invitation, tweets, Instagram captions, emails, among many other things that requires a creative approach and a public text. So what we're trying to say is that copywriting is a very persuasive strategy. If you are good at it, it's a very persuasive strategy that drives you towards that which you want to achieve. Now we talk about e-commerce. Online sales can be part of the business plan, but it can also be a marketing strategy to give visibility to product or services in the online world and in a geographical area without borders. So we need to understand the difference in these things. Now, offline marketing, marketing proposals that take place outside the visual, that is in the material world, also strengthen the overall strategy, events, seminars, fair, or actions within premises. Social media marketing, finally, and on which we focus in this course, is social media marketing, which involves communication strategy focused exclusively on the most popular social network. The message can be built from persuasive written text, persuasive image, videos, live streaming, context, and call to actions, among other techniques. So please understand these things with their differences, what they are good for, where they are needed, how much of the energy you need to apply in some specific areas, what and what you need to do. And by putting this into proper actions, you will get the proper results. Believe me. Okay, so introduction to X. Introduction to X. Formerly known as Twitter. So, introduction to X. X is a free social network on which thousands of people express their thought, opinion, and interest. They also use it to stay informed about anything happening in the world, since X's primary feature is that it displays information in real time. The blogs shared on X are called posts. These are fragments of text that cannot exceed 280 characters. Interacting is simple. After creating an account, you can start following other users to see what. Okay, they're just talking about how you get to make use of the app X. But then, we need to understand the differences in these uh, platforms and how to go about them. So it helps us a lot, or it's going to help you in achieving that which you need to achieve. Because obviously, as a social media manager, you should understand that there are some positions you need to find, you need to put yourself. You don't need to be told. There are some positions you must, you should always find yourself, and that's what's going to distinguish you out. That's what's going to tell the difference between you and a common user of any social media app. Every platform has certain terms you must become familiar with in order to understand how it works. In X case, which is Twitter, there are several words you need to know to make the most of these possibilities it offers. And number one, author, a person who writes posts and is a user of X social network. Number two, post. This the short text written by an author on X, a message sent publicly that contains a maximum of 140 characters. Repost, to share posts made by another users. Hashtag, a tag for a keyword or phrase with no space between characters, preceded by the symbol hash. And when you know the importance of hashtag, and these are the things we are only trying to highlight and let you understand. We have a lot like that. What follow is all about, what follower is. When you talk about follow, when you follow a user, the home page will show you what they publish. And your followers, people who subscribe to your profile to read your opinion or publication, meaning whenever you make posts and all of that, these are the people's that the algorithm, the system will drive your content, your post down to. So now, basically, these are the things that revolves around um, the social media network, the social media pages, the differences between all of these platforms. When you talk about X, you talk about Snapchat, you talk about LinkedIn, you talk about TikTok, you talk about Google itself, Facebook Meta, and all of that. And all of these have their differences. Despite the fact that they might be competitors, despite the fact that they've been existing for so long, and these are all social media platforms, but then they have what they stand for differently. Okay, so we'll be moving to Snapchat. Um, Snapchat is a mobile messaging app that supports augmented reality image, videos, and photo filters. It has had an especial big impact on the youngest social media user. Over 400 million photos are shared on this platform each day. Like, I mean, each day. Excuse me, guys. Okay, sorry. So now, basically, these are the real importance of why you need to understand each page for what they stands for, and that's what we'll be dealing with this night. Why is X, why is this other social media this way? So these are what you should understand. Excuse me. Okay, guys. So when we talk about X, you should understand that X deals more with write-ups. Please, if it's possible, you can list this thing for their differences so that you can understand. Because in most cases, there are a lot of different publications, and you should know where best suits whatever campaign you want to run. And when I talk every time, I talk about the four basic elements of a social media manager. And the four basic elements which we wouldn't want to play with: the audience, the branding, the landing, and the budgeting. Now let's leave these three apart. But now the audience, what whatever campaign you want to make, whatever ads you want to run, you should understand one thing first: is who are your audience? Who are the people you want to pass these informations to? When you're talking about a post, or you're talking about a campaign that has to do with educational stuff, that has to do with probably something important and vital, you should know these are the particular set of platforms or social media page that will best enhance your campaign. When you're talking about campaigns of you making allegations or perhaps agitations or protests on some, probably any product or something like that, you should know there are particular platforms you go to and you get speedy results from it. I'm not saying this is a practical oriented example, but then if you have an issue with any company, it is much more easier for you to sue or to make allegations to any company on Twitter. You get more response easily and faster than any other social media platform. So now these are the things you need to just understand the differences, and it gives you a hedge on how to best deal with all of these platforms and page and whatever campaign and post you want to run. So now, as I was saying, when it comes to Snapchat, it has had an especially big impact on the youngest social media users. Over 400 million photos are shared on the platform each day. Especially Snapchat works almost like an instant messaging app, allowing users to add contact and send photos and videos message to a single person or a group. What sets Snapchat apart from what sets Snapchat apart is that the user select how long the receiver will be able to see the message that is sent, from 1 to 10 seconds before it is destroyed. Now, are you seeing the differences of these apps? When you talk about privacy, some apps are very, very essential or very, very paramount on the word privacy than others. When you talk about flexibility, you see it in some other platforms. When you talk about restricted posts, you get to see it in some platform than other. Some platforms don't have restriction to post, some do. So these are the things you should understand when talking about every of these social media uh, platforms. Now we'll be talking about LinkedIn, and probably this is where we're going to have to dig deep and be more practical about the class this night. So talking about LinkedIn, LinkedIn is a social network that connects professionals and companies looking for new business opportunities or collaboration. It is the world's largest online professional network. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you call yourself a social media manager and you are not on LinkedIn, what best can I describe you? I don't know. I don't get, because what's the importance? How do you want to get connections? Where do you want to showcase your talent? How do you want to showcase your talent to the world? Nobody best. That's the only platform you get to talk about business on the best platform. Like, that's where you get to meet like-minded people. Don't get me wrong, like-minded people. That is where you get to meet them. Excuse me. Now, going forward, LinkedIn is the most popular social media platform for building relationship and interaction with other professionals. It is intuitive in the sense that it has all the basic characteristics of a social network. It allows users to connect with friends, send direct message, create posts, and share and react to content posted by other users. To access LinkedIn, you can create a profile from your computer or smartphone and all of that. So now, the main importance of LinkedIn, why would you have to be on LinkedIn? What's the importance? Why do you need to be there? Find and connect with contacts in their field of interest. Find out where their university, college, okay, works. You'll find jobs offered there. Participate in specialized group with other people who share their affiliates. Explore and develop new job skills through the LinkedIn learning modules. Use the LinkedIn event feature to create and join professional events such as online workshops, seminars, and marketing events, networking events, and more. Write articles, post photos and videos, and more. These are the basics of a LinkedIn app, and these are what you get from there. These are how you can get to navigate, or perhaps these are the things you can get to do on that app that helps you in the best way. LinkedIn gives you the ability to receive recommendation from your coworkers and bosses, allowing you to add recommendations to your CV. LinkedIn company page. LinkedIn allows companies to create corporate profile for which they can post about their experience and knowledge and offer their followers useful and interesting content. So please don't get this thing wrong. Every of these social media platforms with their differences. This is what you need to understand. This is what you need to understand. So, um, we would want to have a pause here because the class is actually a practical class, and I would want to engage most of the students in the platform so as to get ourselves practically oriented about LinkedIn, Snapchat, and X. But then we'll be doing more on LinkedIn tonight. Yeah. So thank you.